The Early Middle Ages, Conquest and Feudal Rule, Glossary. Abbot, noun, a man who is in charge of a monastery.
Assize, the former periodical sessions of the superior courts in English countries for civil and criminal cases.
Bailiff, noun, in the UK, an official who takes away someone's possession when they owe money.
Clergy, plural noun, religious leaders, especially Christian priests, ministers, etc.
Auclair, noun, an English surname for Anglo's normal meaning, fine scholar.
Bishopric, noun, the period of time during which a person serves as a bishop, an area of a country for which a bishop is responsible.
Chancellor, noun, a person in the position of the highest or high rank, especially in a government or university.
Constitution, noun, the set of political principles by which a state organization is governed.
Crusade, a holy war in the name of the Pope.
Curia Regis, a small permanent council in medieval England composed of those members of the Great Council serving as officers of the royal household.
Duchy, noun, the area of land owned or ruled by a duke or duchess.
Excommunicate, a religious censure used to deprive or suspend membership in a religious community.
Feudal aid, payments for a vassal to a lord in certain circumstances, usually on 3 occasions.
Heir, noun, a person who will legally receive money, property, or a title from another person.
Harriet, a tribute paid to Laura with the belongings of the tenant who died, often consisting of a live animal or originally military equipment that he borrowed.
Holy orders, noun, the ceremony by which someone becomes a priest in some parts of the Christian church.
Homage, special honor or respect shown publicly from a vassal who sworn loyalty to a law.
Interdict, to put the country under interdict is to put the religious life of the country to a standstill, all religious ceremonies prohibited.
Justices in air, noun, a circuit court held in medieval England by a judge, a justice in air, who rode from county to county.
Justiciar, noun, the chief political and justicial officer of the Norman and later kings of England until the 13th century.
Knight fee, rewards to a knight for his military services, usually it's for manor for them to administrate.
Landlord, a person or organization that owns a building or an area of land and it is paid by other people for the use of it. Layman, noun, someone who is part of a religious organization but who is not paid or specially trained.
Lion-hearted, adjective, very brave, related to King Richard the Lionheart.
Manor, self-contained and self-sufficient state or village with its villagers.
Mean tenant, a person given land from a tenant-in-chief who swore loyalty to the greater tenant-in-chief.
Noble, noun, a person of the highest social group in some countries.
Norman, belonging or relating to the people from the north of France, especially those who invaded England in 1066 and became its rulers, or the villains that were made during their rule.
Norseman, noun, one of the people who lived in Scandinavia in the past, especially the Vikings.
Ordeal, noun, in the past, a way of trying to find out someone is guilty or innocent by making them suffer extreme pain.
Partisan, noun, someone who supports a person, principle, or political party.
Pilgrim, noun, a person who makes a journey, often a long, a difficult one, to a special place for religious reasons.
Prelate, noun, an official of high rank in the Christian religion, such as a bishop or an abbot.
Quarrel, an angry disagreement between people, groups, or countries.
Ransom, noun, a large amount of money that is demanded in exchange for someone who has been taken prisoner or sometimes for an animal.
REEVE, an official supervising a landlord estate elected by the villagers in exchange of the village interests.
Relief, in a form of succession duty paid to a noble over the heir of a deceased vassal to inherit its properties.
Ruler, noun, the leader of a country.
Sacrilege, an act of treating something wholly unimportant without respect.
Scutage, noun, a tax levied on a vassal or knight in lieu of military service.
Sheriff, in England and Wales, a person who represents the king or queen in a particular county and whose duties are mainly in official ceremonies.
Shire court, noun, a place where trials and other legal cases happen.
Succession, a process in which someone automatically takes an official position or job after someone else.
Suzerain, noun, a country that partly controls another country or the ruler of such a country.
Tenant-in-chief, a person who held his lands under various forms of feudal land charter directly from the king or the regular prince to whom he did homage. We have two types, greater tenant-in-chief and mid-tenant.
Treasurer, noun, an official who is responsible for the money in company, government, or other organization.
Vassal, noun, a person under the protection of a feudal lord or to whom he has vowed homage and fealty, a feudal tenant.
VICECOMES, nobles who saw if the other nobles were fulfilling the obligations toward him.
Villein, a peasant personally bound to his lord, to whom he paid dues and services, sometimes commuted to rents in returns for his land.
Godship, the right to the custody of an infant heir of a feudal tenant and to the heir's property. This is the end of the presentation. Thanks for watching.